The launch of the Johannesburg International Transportation Interchange may have been delayed due to level 4 restrictions, but we ask the question, how will this project reshape Johannesburg's transportation system?
It's one of the biggest infrastructure in the country, particularly in Johannesburg, and it covers about 50,000 square meters. It's about 8 taxi ranks housed in one infrastructure. So you know that transport is one of the major components that contributes into the GDP or the economy of the country. So we are creating an access to the corridors of the economy through the infrastructure that is going to enable transport to move or transport to be agile within the city.
The city a number of years ago had a real commitment to providing facilities that provided dignity to both passengers and drivers. There's a number of informal sort of bus ranks dotted around the city where there's no facilities whatsoever. I mean, it's dire circumstances. So there's a real commitment to provide a world-class transport facility. People say to me, "Oh, you're just doing another taxi rank." We're not doing another taxi rank. For us, it's in the same type of league of doing a new international airport. That's why it's been aptly named the Johannesburg International Transport Interchange.
We believe that if we are stagnant in terms of construction or developing the city, the people who are unemployed won't get their expression in terms of us remedying the situation of job losses, or rather the people who have never been in the space of employment as well.
But the key is, how do you do that in a South African and in a Johannesburg context? You cannot just import international models and just plonk them down on the ground. So for us, I think a big differentiator, the thing that really kind of drove the design, is to look at the informality of the operations and bring that into the building. Very often people try to shunt away the informal trading, the guys pushing the trolleys. We said, how can we create a space that's gonna make it easier for these guys to operate? You've got, even in terms of shop sizes, how do we enable economic progression? So you've got shop sizes that range in size from sort of 5 square meters right up to 800 square meters. So it enables a guy to start very small and work his way through the ladder. But also, recognizing that the informality is going to come, so design and accommodate it rather than trying to push it out.
We are allowing the community to engage us because they can never be them without them, so they need to be actively participating. It is their constitutional right to engage government and then to also give us direction on the mandate that they want us to carry. We are working with all governmental spheres, which is through the IGR, the national government, the provincial government, and us as the city. We have collaborations. We are also collaborating with private sector. We are also engaging stakeholders which are in the space of development.
When you design interchange, it's all about the mechanics of traffic flow. So we spend a lot of time and energy mathematically modeling the flow of traffic into and out of the facility. We only have, let's say we only have 20 bays, but if they turn around, it's a 24-hour facility. If you've got a bus leaving every 45 minutes, every hour, you can imagine it's gonna help feed that supply, that demand. But it's about looking at how do you create a multimodal facility. That's what makes a transport hub successful, is multimodal integration.